At your first court appearance, that's when you're presented with the formal charges against you. That's when you're going to be asked by the court normally to plead guilty or not guilty to those charges. I have actually never had a client plead guilty at that time, as there's no benefit to doing that. At that time, you haven't received any of the information against you. You haven't seen evidence that the government can prove its case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. There'd actually be no reason. Maybe in a very unique circumstance would you ever plead guilty at that time. The court is also going to discuss your bond conditions. And sometimes, and quite often, I seek to have a bond reduced. Meaning, let's just say you're out on a $100,000 bond, meaning if you can't post $100,000, which would mean that you'd put up about $10,000 and a bail bondsman would put up the remainder. If you're incapable or don't want to put up that $10,000, and also if there's reason to argue that that $100,000 bond is too high, then that's the appearance at which I would argue to lower that bond amount. Oftentimes I argue that it is unconstitutional for them, meaning the court, to hold you for a bond amount that you can't make just because you don't have the financial ability to make it. The issues related to bond are whether you're a flight risk, whether you're a danger to the community, and if those cannot be proven by the government as aspects which would require the bond that had been posted, or excuse me, that the court had set for you, then I would ask for that bond amount to be lowered. Also, there may be other restrictions that were placed on you at the time of your arrest, such as a protection order that was put in place. And the arraignment is a time that I would argue for modifications of that protection order or for the protection order to be lifted in its entirety. It depends on the facts of the case. I would recommend that you do not go to an arraignment on your own, but that you get an attorney to represent you. I have represented clients at hundreds of arraignments. I would recommend that you contact Nancy Kardon of Kardon Law to represent you at that arraignment.